Every year there is one player that stands out during Cowboys camp that we didn't expect to coming into the practices. And a lot of the time that guy will fall back down to earth within a few days, while others might shine until we get into the preseason games. Regardless, it's always fun to watch the young guys impress and make a name for themselves around Cowboys land. Well, this year's guy is a 2023 late round wide receiver that has shocked the coaches, caught the attention of Cowboys fans, and has a real chance to be this team's 5th or 6th wide receiver when we kick off in September. So, let's talk about it. With the 244th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cowboys selected South Carolina wide receiver Jalen Brooks. At South Carolina, he didn't have a lot of production. In 3 years, he caught just 58 total passes for 785 yards and 2 touchdowns. But when the Cowboys drafted him, it wasn't about his college production. On tape, you could see the ball skills, the good blend of size and strength, and getting him in the 7th round wasn't too much of an investment anyway. To add to that, the Cowboys front office potentially thought for a late round flyer pick that he could contribute on special teams as well. When you look at him as a prospect, nothing really jumps off the screen. He isn't a super athletic guy, he didn't have eye-popping numbers in college, and for me, he was just kind of the forgotten wide receiver before the Cowboys started camp in July. I was more interested in guys like Tolbert, Turpin, Cropper, and Dontario Drummond. That was until I started seeing his name everywhere. There have been numerous people praising his training camp so far. Jalen Brooks has been the talk of camp surrounding the wide receiver room, and that's because this group is kind of set at the top. But Brooks is outshining the 10 guys he's competing with for that last wide receiver spot. The reviews for Brooks coming out of camp have been super positive. Jalen Brooks continues to impress. A young receiver flashes early in every NFL camp. Jalen Brooks is that guy for the Cowboys. Enjoy this Jalen Brooks touchdown. It wasn't his first of the day. We've talked about it a ton on this channel, but the number one thing in Cowboys camp is consistency, and that's why I'm just now making this video. I've mentioned Brooks a couple times throughout camp, but now I feel like Brooks has shown enough for me to feel comfortable saying that I think he is the favorite to win that last wide receiver spot over undrafted guys like Cropper and veterans like Simi Fehoko. He has been consistent every single day since the pads came on, and the coaching staff seems to think so as well. When Cooks and Lamb were taking their breathers during the blue and white practice, Brooks was getting first team run with Dak, Tolbert, and Turpin, and I think that says a lot about what the Cowboys think about the 7th round wide receiver. One tweet I came across about Brooks was how calm he looks in practice. For a rookie that is fighting for his job every day, the dude looks composed, precise in his route running, and controlled at the catch point. He doesn't look like he's pressing. It looks like he trusts his technique, trusts his quarterbacks, and is confident he's going to win the route every single time. Not something typical of a young wide receiver. While we've all been impressed with his pass catching ability, I think his ability to play special teams is certainly going to play a factor as well in him making this roster, proving that he holds value there as well. With such a crowded wide receiver room, I don't see where he fits into this offense in his rookie season. He likely doesn't see a lot of targets as a pass catcher. The 5th or 6th wide receiver on this team just isn't going to see a lot of pass catching opportunities. But based on what Brooks has shown in camp mixed with his ability to play special teams, it's very intriguing if he makes this 53-man roster. Maybe he does get some opportunities blocking, similar to what we saw with Noah Brown early in his career. Of all the wide receivers, I think that Jalen Brooks has had the best camp of any of them so far, making him my favorite to win that 5th or 6th wide receiver spot. This coming Saturday, it's going to be about what he does in the preseason. We've seen guys before have great camps, but turn around and do absolutely nothing in the preseason. So these next 3 weeks are going to be really big for Jalen Brooks. We're going to be covering it all here on the Double Move channel, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss a single thing. Thank you for watching this video. I love you all. Bye.